I believe that if people that work in healthcare are going to spend most of their waking hours helping other people, then what they do at work should also help them and their families. Healthcare professionals have got to learn how to put themselves first instead of always putting themselves last. Now, I get how hard this is. In fact, for many people who work in healthcare, it's going to feel impossible to put yourself first. You may be so used to sacrificing what you need and want in favor of taking care of everybody else that it just feels like it's in your nature to keep giving. But here's the thing. The demand for healthcare is so incredibly high that if you put yourself last, it might end up costing you everything that you hold dear in your life. And the worst thing is that it doesn't accomplish the reason why you got into healthcare in the first place, which is to help people. If you're doing this, you might want to ask yourself the question, am I really helping anyone professionally or personally if I end up burned out or too exhausted to live my best life? I mean, is that the reason why you got into healthcare? To work long hours and get home so tired that all you can do is eat some food, watch some Netflix, maybe drink a little bit of wine, and then go to bed and try to get some sleep before you go to work the next day and do it all over again? Is that what you intended when you chose this as your career? Or did you choose it because you love helping people? You just haven't figured out quite how to do that for yourself and your career at the same time. Now, I totally understand this way of working. I've been in management in high-stress sectors for over 25 years, and I've worked 60, 70, and 80-hour work weeks, and the results for me and my loved ones were terrible. I'm here to tell you that the cost that you end up paying physically, emotionally, and relationally is just too high. Healthcare professionals are starting to realize that the best way to do their work and lead their teams is to put themselves first, not last. Now, we're not all the way there yet, but we're definitely in the process of changing from the old school to the new school. Now, the old school approach is to put yourself last and work your ass off for everybody else. And then, if there's time left over, you can take care of yourself. Who are we kidding? There's seldom time left over at the end of the day, and even if there is, you are definitely not at your best. You're exhausted. I mean, when you look around at the people that are thriving in healthcare and at home, do you notice them working 80-hour work weeks and sacrificing their health and the relationships that they have with their loved ones? No, you don't. You also hear that it's time to do something different from thought leaders like Brené Brown and Simon Sinek. Do you ever hear these thought leaders telling you that the best way to be successful and to help more people is to put yourself last on your list of priorities? No, they never say that. They talk about learning to put yourself and your needs and wants first so that you can be honest, vulnerable, and courageous and live your best life. So, how do you do that? Especially in volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous workplaces, VUCA workplaces. You learn to accept and love yourself enough to put yourself first so you can help more people and be your best while you're doing it. When you work from this place, the way that you work with people completely changes. You stop doing things out of obligation or guilt, and you start to do things because you feel inspired and joyful when you help others. Do you remember what that feels like? Remember the reason why you chose a career in healthcare in the first place. I know you do. And I'm here to tell you that you can have that inspiration again. That way you don't go to an early deathbed full of regret because you missed the opportunity to live your legacy of love. I believe that all of us are here to live that kind of a legacy every single day at home and at work. And I believe that our workplaces are meant to be a support system for us rather than an energy drain. To accomplish that, we need to change the way that we think and believe about our workplaces and how to be successful in helping people. It's our mission to learn how to take care of ourselves with kindness and respect and to encourage and support the people around us to do the same. So the real question is, are you ready to do something different, or will you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results? Are you ready to take a stand for yourself and for you to have your best life? If you are, then please know you don't have to do it by yourself. We can walk together.